Okay guys, we're going to start the flocking. We got these painted and dry brushed twice. Now the same as before, we're going to be using full strength glue. For this entire project I've used this much glue. So yeah, I just use full strength. The watered down stuff is a bit easier to spread around on some, but yeah, I'm not worried about that. We're just going to start putting glue throughout here. First thing we're going to do is use some Scenic Express grass. We're just going to kind of, oh, sorry, I kicked the camera there. Let me make sure everything's still in it. You're just going to kind of sprinkle this through. Just kind of peppering it along. Now you're going to want to leave some of the white showing through from the glue, and I'll show you why here in just a minute. See, because in a forest you're going to have a lot of patchiness. It's not going to be like some of my terrain that I make is really high fantasy and I cover everything in the grass. But for a typical forest, you're going to have mud and you're going to have walkways, or not walkways, but like paths where animals have gone. We're going to add that here in just a little bit. But for right now, that looks about right. See how you can still kind of see the white showing through? We're going to go ahead and grab our earth tone color. Just kind of go through with that, do the same thing. This is just giving a little variety to the look. Just like that. You'll be surprised where this goes in the end. It always looks a little questionable as you're going, but there's that right now so far. What we're going to do is we're going to pick up our piece and give it one of these. Just like that. And that is going to kind of even everything out on there. I'm going to do these other two, and so I can kind of catch up, and then we'll continue on from there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to spray these with the PVA water mix. I'm going to show you guys how to make that in another video. But basically what we're doing is we're just kind of going to seal this in. Everything that we just put on there, we're adding more water glue mixture. It might look like a lot, but that's okay, that's what we want. When we're done with these, nothing is going to come off of here. None of this flock will come off. Everything's going to be rock hard. These will be sprayed a few times like this. So there you go. Now, while this is still wet, we're going to come in with an alpine mixture that I have separated into two. These were once together, and I like the heavy stuff here, and this stuff has like little seeds in it, but I separated them so I could control the seed output. Because I don't want too much seeds going on there. So now we're just hitting it all again. This is basically the grass mixture again, but as I said, it's got the seed look, which works nicely for a forest because you're gonna probably have all sorts of plant life and seeds and all kinds of good stuff like that. So yeah, there's that. Now we are going to come in with the little bit bigger pieces from the alpine mix. Spread those around, they'll look like little bushes. And I kind of wanted to control these too. That's another reason why I separated it. It's because when you would spread this stuff out, you would end up getting too much from the way it's all mixed together. Now I can kind of control it a little bit more. Get more individual little bushes here and there and all over the place. Now we're going to come in with static grass from Citadel. I don't particularly like this kind because it's too neon green, I think, but just sporadically put throughout here looks like new growth, and it actually does give it a kind of a 3D look, because some of it does actually stand up. Sometimes I like to get my little strainer here so it distributes evenly, and just kind of run through with the strainer. Just like that. You can put it in, and then you just kind of tap it. And it works rather well. So there, now we got some nice static grass added onto that. I'm going to look at it a little bit closer to see, make sure I like the distribution. Got a little spot throughout here that we could get some in. Maybe a little bit around these. Anything to kind of help camouflage the tree stands is great. But yeah, we're looking good, at least from where I'm at. Now finally, we are going to come in with a little bit darker soil. You want to make sure that this barely gets on there. You don't want too much. I just like to spread it out. It just looks like fresh dirt. Kind of brings the forest floor to life a little bit. Now you could take this and make trails through here, but I just like the color from a distance, the dark brown. This looks like clumps of mud maybe, and because forest floors are muddy and clumpy, as I've probably already said. I'm just kind of rambling on through these videos. But yeah, there's that. And I'm going to finish these other ones and I'll be right back. I got all three of them done, and now we're just going to come back through with our water glue mixture. And I'm going to shoot straight down onto these so it doesn't blow anything off. But I'm just going to load them up again. Just like that. I'm not going to make you guys watch me shoot up all the other ones that you can't even see, but we're going to let this dry, come back in the morning, and continue on from there. Okay, so these have been sprayed. I woke up this morning and this stuff is all pretty hard on here, but we're going to go a little bit further now. And I have this. It's a deadfall mix. And there's kind of a lesson that less is always more. So try to keep that in mind. But we're going to go ahead and put some of this, sprinkle this about on here. And this is for, you know, the forest boards only. Just a nice little, there's like sticks and bark and all kinds of stuff in here. Just like that. You don't want too much of this stuff, is the point that I'm trying to make. What we're going to do is go through, and some of this type of stuff right here, we're going to go through and manually add some of that. But this makes for really nice forest floors. These sticks and all of that good stuff. I'm going to get rid of those heavy pieces there. A little bit more here. Just like that. So, I have manually picked out some deadfall pieces that I want on here. The one thing that I don't want to do is hinder miniatures from being able to sit on here. So I just went through and kind of picked up some nice pieces. And we're going to spread those throughout just like that. Got a couple more over here. And really, that should be good. But now that we've done that, we need to determine, we have a dead tree, and the dead tree, I believe I want to go, yeah, I think we're going to go right here. So I'm going to make sure that this tree fits in here. It does. And I'm going to cut off some of these branches with my clippers, because we want to simulate like this tree has died and we want to get some branches laying around the base of it. There. So yeah, that's good. We're going to grab our super glue. Just kind of dab that on there. Hope this isn't too boring, but just wanted to show you guys how I do things. Just like that. Maybe I'll pop a little glue into there. Now, once again, we're going to go into the sealer and get this all sealed up. Okay, we got this sealed up, and we're going to get the fan on it to kind of speed things up. And then we are going to I'm going to see if it's fully sealed the way I like it, and if not, we're going to spray it again, and that should be the final time. Alright guys, finally we came to the end. Here's what they look like. We got the trees all on them. Notice how I add, you know, forests are made up of different types of trees, so we have some dead trees, and we have a bunch of different colors there of different kinds. And back on that one back there, we actually have some pines and some spruce, so just to add a little variety. But they turned out really good overall. I did end up spraying them another 2 times because of all of these little wood pieces right there. I want to make sure that they're really secured to the stand itself. So, but yeah. Overall, I did these 3 and then a number of other projects all within 2 days, so they don't take you too long. One thing to note, because you see them sitting on here, I just did this so I could show you guys, but never let them dry like this. Always, when you spray them, lay them onto a flat surface. I laid mine down on the basement floor and got a fan right on them. You always want to get a fan on them so there's absolutely no chance of warpage. You want to dry that glue up as fast as you can. I had a disaster when I first started making these where I set a bunch of these on paint cans where the thing was real, the base was a lot bigger than the paint can, and I soaked it and left it overnight, and what happened is they kind of like bent down like this, the weight on the ends, and it was just a mess. So always lay them on a flat surface after you spray them. Always get a fan on them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, comment and like. And if so, we'll get some more of these train videos out there. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.